Welcome to today's AI news show. I'm your host, Sharon, the founder of What the LLM, first print mag for digital professionals and AI enthusiasts. You want to stay ahead of the game? This magazine is for you. Tricks, tips, and how to accelerate yourself is found in here. It comes out every month, so you can subscribe and get it monthly or just order a single copy. Check out my LLM.news. Four things that I would like to cover today. Everybody's mad at OpenAI. Claude 4.5 just dropped. AI Slop, what's going on there? And what does Walmart have to say about AI and your job? Let's dive in. AI Slop startup to flood the internet with thousands of AI Slop podcasts calls critics of AI Slop Luddits. A new word. I'm seeing this for the first time. I grew up in Germany, dear friends. Some of you probably hear certain words and they sound kind of weird. That's because I am German. I know at first glance you hear me speak for the first time and you think this girl is American. But if you talk to me for a little bit longer, you will find that I don't pronounce everything perfectly. So Luddits, I hope I said it right. I'm definitely going to look that word up later. A new startup named Inception Point AI is preparing to flood the internet with thousands upon thousands of LLM-generated podcasts hosted by fake experts and influencers. The podcast costs the startup $1 or so to make. So even if just a few dozen folks subscribe, they hope to break even. The company is able to produce each episode for $1 or less. Of course, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. I wonder what you think about this. Do you think it's okay to mass produce and just throw it out into the internet? Do you believe that producing something for $1 or less is even good? Podcasts are something that I love. But I want to be honest, I enjoy AI and I use it every day, but I don't necessarily listen to AI podcasts. It's just not my thing. I love the natural flow of conversations, and you can't really get that with AI. And it seems cold because there is no soul behind it. I wonder what you guys think about this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts. You think this is a good thing? Do you believe it is going to take over? Do you believe that people will be listening to AI podcasts in the future? Or do you believe that there are still humans out there that value human podcasts? Because I've heard all kinds of things. Some people don't care. They're like, I don't care about a human podcaster. Can be AI, totally. Who cares? I don't think that way. Same goes for music. A lot of people say there's no difference between AI generated music or human made music. I don't agree with that either. I still listen to human made music because it gives me that feel. I yet have to find an AI song that gives me goosebumps. Hasn't happened yet. I'm going to stay open minded. Maybe it will happen someday. But for now, I'm going to stick with human music to be more valuable. Most people assume that over the next 3 years, major retailers will cut huge numbers of workers because of artificial intelligence. Walmart, McDonald's, Starbucks, Costco will, in total, fire hundreds of thousands of people and save hundreds of millions of dollars. AI will allow them to cut frontline workers, and much of the savings will go to their bottom lines. Walmart CEO believes artificial intelligence will change literally every job over the next 3 years. Yet, he expects the company's employee count will not change much. Any public company that does not make these cuts will watch its stock be hammered because the management will be viewed as living in the tech Middle Ages. Low-wage and low-skilled workers in stores are at checkout and in customer service. They also handle inventory and put merchandise on shelves. The transition has already begun. Checking out without cashiers at many stores is already in place. So low wage and low skilled workers in stores, that's a big thing. You're not getting paid well. So it's usually people that do not have a skill set to do something else. They're stuck with these jobs. But if they're not needed anymore, what are these people going to do? They're low skilled. So they can't really do a different job. So this goes to show how important it is to reskill. And I personally believe that employers have a responsibility here. I have a relative that is being reskilled, and that's how it should be. Now, not all companies will need anything else besides the low skill workers. There is no room for reskilling. Who do you think is responsible for this? Do you believe the government has to ensure that people have a job? Or do you believe the employer should not fire and not progress with AI? Walmart CEO says not so fast. In comments picked up by the Wall Street Journal, he said, it's very clear that AI is going to change literally every job. However, he expects Walmart's employee count will not change much over the next 3 years. Walmart is America's largest employer outside the government, with 1.6 million workers. Imagine half of these workers become obsolete. Again, this is why I have this magazine. This is the reason why that people can get ahead of the curve. Learning AI is mandatory. There's so many things that I learned with the help of AI. Marketing, how to make a magazine, coding Next.js applications, building WordPress sites. But AI is here to stay. So in order to get ahead, you need to learn AI. People are mad at OpenAI. OpenAI betrayed its paying users. I'm done. Tired of the shady games. Everyone sees what's happening. I finally pulled the plug on my subscription after what OpenAI did these past days. I subscribed because of GPT-4o. The model felt alive, human, nuanced. It can handle emotional conversations without turning cold or robotic. It was the only reason I was willing to pay month after month. And then suddenly, without my consent, they started rerouting my chats to GPT-5. I read a lot of these messages today. Chats are being rerouted to GPT-5. So the UI does not allow you to have control over which model is used. And the reason is because of this. Building more helpful ChatGPT experiences for everyone, routing sensitive conversations to reasoning models, and rolling out parental controls within the next month. You have all probably heard of the tragedy that has happened with some teens that have taken their life with the help of a chatbot. So not that the chatbot told them to do the thing, but they have supported them along the way. So many people are very mad about that, and they are blaming AI for it. And this is the reason why OpenAI is taking these steps. But people are saying that even non-sensitive conversations are being rerouted. Many were calling for more transparency and more control. And now we've got it. And people are not happy. So my question to you is now, do you believe that this was the right move from OpenAI? Or do you think that they are over dramatizing it? Claude Sonnet 4.5 has dropped today. So we have 1 million contacts and 64,000 max output. Stronger agentic capabilities, improved tool orchestration, speculative parallel execution, and more efficient context and memory management. Claude is the best coding model out there, and it's very intelligent. When I compare it to Gemini, for example, I do find that Claude seems to be smarter. But I have been using Gemini 2.5 Pro in the past weeks or even more than a month because Claude was constantly down. Imagine a future where we're all very dependent on AI and we only have access to one AI. And that one AI just controls it all. And if it falls out, well, then you just have to sit there and wait. Not healthy. So we should be very thankful that we have numerous different models to choose from. Competition is healthy because everybody then pushes to be the best they can be, to stay on top, to keep their users. So I want to thank you for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed. And we're going to be back on Friday with our AI deep dive. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out.